Welcome back, everyone, to the Sports Minorities Podcast. Your home for not so much for analysis, plenty of shit talk, where we don't get violent if we don't agree with the teams people are cheering for. I'm your host, JC, your resident Titans fan, and happy Spurs fan right now. Thank God we got one so far. Joining me this week, we have.
Good evening. This is DJ, also Spurs fan. Very happy that we came out. We showed resiliency. We showed toughness. We played more physical ball, and now it's 2-1 instead of 3-0.
Yeah.
And this is Phil, also Spurs fan. Those first two games, that was they shut us up from last week. That's for sure. So it was good to finally pull that one out last night.
Yep, our Knicks fan Nori, not sure if he's going to be able to join. Pretty sure if the Knicks had won last night and they were 3-0, he'd be all in here, I'm pretty sure. But we're going to talk more about the finals, see if he's able to join us, talk a little bit about the World Cup coming up, and, definitely going to start this off with a discussion that seems to be breaking the sports news waves. Everyone's talking about it, especially on the college sports front. So, but we're just going to kick things off with that. I think this is kind of the biggest news that's just really blown everything up outside of the NBA Finals for sure. So, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, Brendan Sorsby. So, I think it's been a weird thing how much they've said you can't gamble on sports, especially if you're a college athlete. Don't gamble on your own sport, especially. Too much of an issue, too much insider information. Well, Brendan Sorsby, during his time at Indiana and Cincinnati, has admittedly bet close to 90 grand on sporting events, including games that his own team was playing in. So, he signed an NIL deal to come to Tech for his last year of eligibility. This sort of news came out. Checked into rehab for gambling addiction, but the letter of the law, at least historically, gambling, integrity of the sport, lifetime ban. And that's what the NCAA brought down. And a court in Texas said, nah, just 2 games. He can play. And, of course, the NCAA has appealed this, but the trial is not set for this until February, which is long after the college football playoff would have been finished. So this has said ripple effects, more to talk about, but Phil, we'll start with you. Here we go, college sports. You're native Floridian, big Seminoles fan.
And let's not forget degenerate gambler. I'm fully gambling. So but there has to be there's a line, and that definitely is that line. I think is definitely when you're betting on your own team. I just don't see how there's any way possible that he should be allowed to play anymore when you have so many people through all different sports who've taken lifetime bans and died with those bans. Pete Rose comes to mind, for example.
Pete Rose, the Black Sox scandal. There was a scandal in college basketball, Arizona State. It's a point shaving scandal, There's an investigation in the NBA right now, right? How many, what was it? Chauncey Billups got arrested, a few others earlier this season. So, yeah, there's a lot out there.
Yeah, and I mean, believe me, I have no problem with gambling in generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to something like that where it's too ripe for corruption, it just, it's no good.
Yeah. DJ, your thoughts on this?
I think he should be banned.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he should be able to play football anymore. I think he's done. But, that's not my call. Yeah, you got a guy who not only plays bets, he plays bets on potentially against his own team. That wasn't released in any articles I've read, but it could have been him betting against his own team, which could lead to point shaving allegations and things like that. 90 grand, and he had friends help him do it. So basically, he's not just doing it on his own. He's transferring funds. It says here at least $60,000 to his friends, so they could then go place the bets for him. So now he's bringing other people into his degeneracy. It's insane that this is even a consideration. I mean, to get this guy out of here, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, and he's not like he's exactly a long snapper either. He's a damn quarterback.
Yeah. A lot of hype around him. Already earlier projected to be a top pick in next year's draft, too. So, especially with him.
Not anymore.
Tech. Yeah, not anymore, obviously. So there's a lot of bad juju around this guy, if you will.
So Georgia and Nebraska, real quick, those are the two teams. Georgia and Nebraska have already said we're not playing Tech. They've actually banned all of their athletic programs from playing Tech. So if you have Tech on your schedule, football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is, go talk to your AD because we're getting them off of there. We're not playing them.
Yeah. So that news has come out. Pretty much the ruling on this, basically there's a temporary injunction allowing him to play. A part of that is he's going to sit 2 games. So 2 games. And kind of the bigger thing is that over the years recently especially, the NCAA is handing out punishments and court rulings are saying, no, can't do that. Now obviously this has changed the game as far as NIL deals, transfer windows, that sort of thing. But gambling is always the biggest thing. Like if you walk anywhere in a college locker room or anything, it's out there. Don't bet on a sport. That's like a cardinal rule, even in the professional ranks.
Mm-hmm.
So this ruling comes in. The injunction says no, he's going to play. You mentioned Georgia and Nebraska. The Big Ten is potentially meeting to talk about banning all of their member schools from ever scheduling Texas Tech in any sport. All the Big 12 ADs had a call, and they're supposed to have a couple more over the next couple days about the ruling and what they can do as a conference. Could they determine Sorsby's ineligible? Could they sanction Texas Tech's football program? No postseason, no televised games. There's some punishments they can hand out on their own, obviously. So,
and Texas Tech may just say, this isn't worth it.
No, if they're smart, they would. I mean, case in point. Obviously, Longhorns softball just beat the Red Raiders for the second year in a row for the national championship. This time in 2 games versus 3. But
Hook
'em, yeah. But the story around Tech softball, and if you've been watching the tournament closely, they got an 11 seed and complaining that nobody wanted to play them. Right? The softball program at Tech, obviously they got Kennedy 2 years ago from Stanford, $1 million a year, $2 million pitcher. But then they also were throwing money at other transfers they got. They got a big time transfer from UCLA. They got one from Florida. They were just pretty much the starting lineup. None of them, all but save the shortstop, actually started at Tech. Everyone else was a transfer. And a lot of teams were not wanting to schedule the Red Raiders in softball. And even to the point where, like, last minute, UTSA and Texas State were just, Texas Tech said, yeah, we'll come over there. Like, last minute, Tech came and played against UTSA here in San Antonio. The next day they were in Texas State, which they lost, by the way. But they jumped an 11 seed, tried to claim, because nobody wanted to play them. But I don't know. Is there something fishy going on in Lubbock? It seems like it. So,
well, if we're talking fishy, I mean, I think they're good at fishing up there. That's about it. I mean, they're not good at football, right? They're not good at baseball. That's why they lost again. I mean, I don't
softball.
I really know what else they have up there.
They're not even I don't even know if they made the tournament in baseball. So yeah. But,
I mean, well, hey, you know what? They're gonna be good at something else. Yeah. They're gonna be good at getting headlines for all the wrong reasons. That's what they're gonna be good at. Good for Tech. Fuck them.
Yeah. So, and this is not good for the program. Just throw it out there. I think her name is Madison Ozua. She's a pitcher for Texas State. She's entered the portal. A lot of people thinking she was going to go to either Tennessee or Tech. Pretty much whoever's going to give her more money. She's one of the top pitchers in the country at the college level. But with this heat on Tech right now, I don't know, man. Especially if teams are not going to schedule them to play. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. If if you're not playing, then you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
So all these teams are like, hey, we're not going to play you. We're not going to play you. There's only 2 teams so far, but what's to say that 5 more don't get announced tomorrow? And you got big name schools that you're supposed to play this coming season that should have brought in a lot of money and viewership. Like, no, we're not playing you. Well, now what do you do? Who are you going to play now?
Yeah, not in the other sports. I mean, the football schedule is set. They have their conference games, their non-conference games. I mean, mid-majors will probably take it because they could definitely use the payday, right? But,
Of course.
yeah, this is a lot of heat and for a reason, gambling. I understand he has a gambling addiction. I understand he's going to rehab and got help for it. But it doesn't change the fact that he did it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's I mean, there's a kid that just, I say kid, but he's 19 years old, just got sentenced to 35 years for murdering someone at a track meet 2 years ago or last year and a half. And it's like,
Yep.
oh, but he's sorry for it. Doesn't change the fact that he did it. You know?
Yeah, it's done.
It's done.
And he's done.
Yeah. So glad he got help. But yeah, bet on your own team. And for everyone saying, well, he bet on his own team to win. Great. Did he do it every game? What about the games he didn't bet on him at all? That was where Pete Rose got into trouble. So, because people will see, oh, he's betting on the Raiders, or what was he? Indiana was doing it. He was betting on his Hoosiers to win. Oh, he didn't bet on this game, so maybe they're going to lose. So it's definite integrity of the sport, and it's going to be interesting to see how much of a boycott comes of this when it comes to Texas Tech, when it comes to the Big 12 potentially. So. College sports already has enough heat on it, so gambling does not help with that. So,
real quick before we move on, I just want to. I came across this quote, and I would love to read it. It's very, very insightful. This quote comes from Kansas State athletic director. I think Kansas State is scheduled to play Tech at some point this season.
Same conference.
Guy's name is Guy's name is Gene Taylor. He was asked about the Sorsby injunction, and his response was, and I'm quoting, "It's fucking bullshit." So that was wonderful. There's other things in here in this quote, but those are not important. That's the most important thing. The first thing he said was, "It's fucking bullshit." So at least we have someone.
I mean, they're taking so much heat for it. I don't understand why they're even considering it.
Kansas State is not on the schedule for Tech this year, but it is a potential Big 12 championship game, top 2 teams kind of thing. So that's where it sits right now. But yeah, it is fucking bullshit. So
it is fucking bullshit. Thank you, Gene Taylor. Yeah. Beautiful. I love it.
Come out.
I don't even care about Kansas State, but I'm glad he said that. Respect for telling people what it is and not worrying about the media twisting words. Now you can't twist the words. I said it. It's fucking bullshit. Print that. Yeah. So, great.
It'll be interesting to see if we get together next week to see where this has come. We mentioned Nebraska. We mentioned Georgia. Big 10 supposed to meet. Big 12 commissioners are discussing. And honestly, if the Big 10 comes out and says we're not allowing any of our member schools to play Tech, don't be surprised if the SEC, the ACC, the new Pac-12 follows suit,
Dude.
It's funny. If the Pac-12 follows suit, that takes off the Oregon State game because Tech is supposed to travel to Oregon State week 2 of the regular season next year. So,
dude, imagine this asshole coming to your school and costing you so much potential money because of what he did, because teams are like, fuck you, we're not playing you. Yep. He shouldn't be playing, so we're not going to play you. Because of one guy. That's crazy.
Funny enough, they have a game against his former school, Cincinnati, in this season, conference game. So,
where's the game?
In Cincinnati.
Where's the game?
It's in Cincinnati.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes, I'm watching that game. I don't give a fuck about either team, but I'm watching that game.
October
Lord,
24th. Circle that one. That's when that one's taking
already
place.
doing it. Holy shit, that's going to
Yeah.
be great. The signs are going to be phenomenal. I
I
can't
can't
wait.
wait. Yep. So, well, that's one way for the Big 12 to stay relevant here.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's some viewership out there. That's
Yep.
going to be most watched game all week.
Mhm. All right. Aside from that, I mentioned the Longhorn softball team going back to back on national championships. Tiki Gavon is just freaking amazing. The Horns dropped the first game of the Women's College World Series and didn't lose going forward. So, this time taking the Red Raiders out in 2 games in the championship series versus 3 from the year before. Um, and at the same time, Texas baseball earns a trip to the Men's College World Series, which starts up this weekend. So this year, Texas is the only school to have the baseball team in the College World Series, the softball team in the Women's College World Series, and each the men's and women's basketball teams making it to March Madness. So pretty amazing stuff. But
So, JC, what I'm hearing you say without saying it is Texas is better than OU. That's what I just heard you say.
hands down, yeah, for sure.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought you said. I wasn't sure.
And for me personally, my wife and I were in Austin. We had a break from the kids last week. We spent a couple of days in Austin. We were in Austin when they clinched the softball national championship, so we instantly went to campus, got a picture with the tower lit up orange. It was beautiful. It was amazing. So a lot of people celebrating on campus. So it was pretty cool.
What a wonderful sight.
Yes, it was. So, all right. Let's see. World Cup starts this Thursday. It's definitely probably the biggest one. 48 teams now versus the previous. I think it was like 32 down to 16. So now it's 48 teams, a round of 32. Kicks off this Thursday in Mexico City. The U.S. plays their first game on Friday against Paraguay. So stacked, hyped up World Cup. This is going to be a lot of fun. I think I've enjoyed seeing the pictures of all these European teams trying to adjust the heat on this side of the world.
Yep. They don't fucking get it, dude. They don't understand.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
So, of course.
You got games in Mexico City, but you got games here in Texas also. I mean, look, they better hydrate. There's gonna be a lot of people passing out on the field. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think I've seen like pictures of the Norwegian team just like spread eagle on the grass trying to get used to the heat. It's insane. So, of course, a lot of controversy. Not really controversy, but of course, after the field was set, the U.S. we have a little war going on in the Middle East with Iran, and Iran has 3 of their group games scheduled on U.S. soil. 2 in Los Angeles, 1 in Seattle. But because of what is going on, the Iranian team is basically not allowed overnight visas in the United States. So they are setting up like a base of operations in Tijuana, Mexico. They travel into the city for whenever their days are, and then just immediately flying back to Mexico. Not allowed to stay over in the United States because of what is going on the other side of the world, which is insane. So, and apparently this is also affecting any of the Iranian fans that want to make a trip to see their team play in the World Cup. So it sucks that violence in the world, war is affecting what is otherwise a peaceful sporting event, which is a shame.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Let's see. Anything I'm missing around the World Cup stage? I don't know if there's any kind of crazy. It's hard to pick a winner on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, this is it almost is like a toss up at this point. I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna take it day by day. That's what I'm gonna do. We'll see how it goes. I don't really know what to pick.
But if you are watching the World Cup, I recommend putting it on Telemundo, putting it on the Spanish language. Don't watch it in English. It's so boring. watching in Spanish,
Yep.
worth it. Yep, hands down. Whether you understand it or not, it's so worth it. So,
listen, you don't need to understand anything. If the ball goes in the net, stuff happens. That's what you need to understand. That's it.
All right, NBA Finals update. This has been quite the series. Obviously,
violence in sports.
Speaking of violence in sports, wow. I mean,
That's a great
of course,
segue.
we'll talk about the way they're reacting on the streets of New York. My God, we'll get to that. It's amazing. It's
animals.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Obviously, Spurs with home court dropped the first two games. Second one much closer. Just a bad turnover in the closing seconds after the Spurs fought all the way back, and then Wemby missed a jumper. Knicks steal 2 in San Antonio, but the Spurs came out a lot more physical. Took game 3 by 4 points in New York in Madison Square Garden, in front of the president, who got booed and fell asleep. You can call him the commander and sleep if you want. And in front of all the celebrities there. So, but as Spurs fans, feel definitely better getting a win in this series. It almost feels like the first one's the hardest one to get, right? So, yeah. But
I had to break that streak.
Yeah. So, 2-1 is the series. Game 4 is tomorrow, Wednesday night in New York, and Game 5, now officially being necessary, is this coming Saturday in San Antonio, either with a chance for one team to go 3-2 or for potentially the Knicks to clinch, depending how Game 4 goes. Game 6, if necessary, will be next Tuesday, the 16th, and if a Game 7 is necessary, it'll be on Friday, the 19th of June. So, DJ, starting off with you, your thoughts now with the series at 2-1. Oh boy.
Well, no, don't worry. There's no controversy that's going to be started based on what I say. This is just what I was able to watch, and like I mentioned, the Spurs came out. They came out hot, and I've noticed this. They keep doing this. They start hot, then they get cold, and whomever they're playing, because they did the same thing against the Thunder. Whomever they're playing makes a comeback, they make a run, and then at halftime the game's closer than it should be. Then the Spurs start picking it up again, and they take the lead again. It kind of goes back and forth in the fourth, and then somebody loses by 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, whatever. Anyway, I really appreciated the resiliency. You go up, and then all of a sudden the Knicks go on. If I'm not mistaken, it was a 20-4 run to end the first half, and in the halftime they're up. Spurs could have given up. They could have rolled over. They could have died, but they didn't. They kept fighting, took the lead back, and then it was kind of back and forth until late in the fourth quarter when the Spurs took the lead and then never gave it back. So I'm extremely happy that they were able to get a win. I'm extremely happy they're not down 3-0 because at that point, the chances of you winning 3 straight just to tie it up and then getting that fourth game to win 4-3, slim to none, especially dealing with Madison Square Garden and the raucous crowd that they're going to have, even though they just lost one game. You got another one to play there. Then it's going to go back to San Antonio. Then it's back to New York. So, at the end of the day, resiliency, the fight, the push, and I appreciated the physicality. Mm-hmm. At some point, you got to realize playing fundamental basketball, yeah, you got to do it. But physical basketball, you got to do that too. This is the finals. So if you got to get a couple fouls, you pick up 3-4 fouls, you got fouls to give, you bring your big men in. Hey, all I want you to do is headhunt. Mm-hmm. We don't need to hurt anybody, but just send a message, set the tone. You do what you got to do. So I'm happy with the result, and I hope we can duplicate that in Game 4, so we can go back 2-2 instead of 3-1.
Yeah, I agree with that. The physicality is the first thing I was going to hit on. It's been such a breath of fresh air after that Thunder series where, it seems like every trip down the court, someone's got to pick themselves off the ground during this game because someone's diving, someone's getting pushed, someone's hitting the floor, versus Thunder where throwing themselves on the floor. So that's been a nice welcome change. I definitely underestimated the Knicks going into this. I'll be the first to say that from last week. Casual Phil, I think, is what Nori called me. And I did not expect the first game to go the way it went at all. The second game was just a heartbreaker, that 1 point loss at the end. Third game, it felt different. I mean, it's odd because it was an away game for the Spurs, but they just seemed more in control of the game relative to the first two, I believe. Mm-hmm. So it was really good to see that, and that W was nice.
I feel like in Game 3 they very much got the us against the world kind of thing here. You know, like they're coming to a hostile environment. They had maybe an extra day to recover, watch more film. I'm sure Pop had a film session and a talk with them about
Absolutely.
It as El Jefe. Mm-hmm. But definitely played for more for each other. I think the biggest difference too in this game, obviously you mentioned the run the Knicks played before the end of the first half. And usually for the Spurs, the third quarter has been the strongest quarter all season, and the fourth quarter is where I worried. And third quarter was strong, but in the fourth quarter, they really did a good job of keeping the Knicks from making a big run. You know, they took control, kept the pace, really controlled the pace of the game, I think. There were still moments where I feel like they were rushing possessions, forcing it, and thankfully the Knicks were missing shots too down the stretch, you know. So, but the Spurs were playing great defense as well. I think they just shore up thing. My biggest gripe is the free throws. They have to make their free throws. I think that was the biggest difference too in game 2. All the missed free throw the Spurs had ended up being the difference in the game. So, I just kind of get annoyed with that because all these guys can shoot free throws for the Spurs. They got to make them, especially at this point in the season. So, but don't be a Mitchell Robinson out there. I can't. 36% from the free throw line.
That's wild.
Shaq. I know. It's just wild to me. So, but yeah, feel good about it. It's horrible to see the violence in the streets on Spurs fans. It is ridiculous. I don't understand it. We don't do that here. There are Knicks fans all over the city. Which, by the way, I don't know if you saw the reports on this. It was cheaper for all these fans to buy tickets for games 1 and 2 of the finals, round trip flight and hotel stay and the food they have to spend. That was all cheaper than one nosebleed ticket at Madison Square Garden for game 3.
That's correct.
That is insane to me.
It's stupid. I don't even understand that.
That's just ridiculous. I think there's an investigation right now into some of the ticket prices for the World Cup. Start investigating the NBA for this shit. This is ridiculous. What was it like? I don't know, $100,000 almost for a near courtside seat, even more.
That's it.
$1 million.
Yeah, it was $100,000 for a near courtside seat, and actually there were celebrity seats, and actually, I mean, I think they call it celebrity row or something like that. But
yeah,
they went for $1 million.
I feel for the Knicks fans who have like suffered through the years of turmoil, and they're getting priced out of potentially seeing them win it live. That is ridiculous to me. And no one, politicians, whoever, don't even seem to care. They're like, oh, whatever, just watch it on TV. No, dude. Like, that's a ridiculous price tag for this, and it is wild to me. I was kind of hoping that with all the New Yorkers coming to San Antonio and to Texas to see some of them, like, reaction TikToks of them going to Buc-ee's or whatever, so that sort of thing. But my point is like, they were here. They were treated with respect. It's great having people come visit the city. But post game 3, after the Spurs win, you're just representing your team. You're trying to walk back to your hotel, and you're getting harassed in the streets. You're getting attacked. It's like, what the fuck? And New York fans complain that Philly fans were bad. This is not a good look for you right now. So it's horrible. So
I gotta say this. Trump showed up to the game, and the Knicks lost. I'm saying that to say this: he should definitely be a game 4.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely in the same suite.
where you could
That
sleep.
seems like something he should do. Yeah. So I didn't know he went to sleep. Crazy. That's why I
Yeah,
didn't notice he was.
saw those pictures come out and him falling asleep in the box while he's watching the game. Yeah, people were like, I
Dude,
thought it was Sleepy Joe. It's Sleepy Trump right now. So yeah, but
dude. Okay, so this dude doesn't miss an opportunity for a photo op. We know that. If
mhm.
there's an opportunity for him to take pictures or get on some streaming anything, he'll do it. But it's crazy that you're like, yeah, I'll go to the basketball game, and then you go to sleep
Mhm.
during the finals. This isn't some preseason G League game. You're in the NBA finals. The winner of this is the NBA champion for that season, and you're asleep in the booth. That's crazy.
I saw some online chatter also about Drake. The whole thing. He was on his phone like the whole game. I guess he was in Celebrity Row and just $35,000 seat or something like that.
It's not his Raptors. He didn't give a shit. He was just there, you know.
Yeah,
So, but
it's a photo op, man. He's like, let me go out here and I just want to be seen because I'm Drake. That's all it is. He doesn't care about that. Yeah, to JC's point, he's a Raptors fan. They're not there. He didn't give a shit.
why was DJ Khaled there? I thought he was a Miami fan. What the fuck is he doing in New York? You know. So I mean,
It's to support Fat Joe.
oh, whatever.
That's why. That's the only reason why. Because again, I don't even know if Cal likes basketball.
He does when it's heat.
I
That's
really
pretty
don't.
much it. So
Yeah, I mean, like he lives in Miami, and Miami's his place, so he supports the Miami Heat because he's there. But I mean, I don't even know if he likes basketball and truly is a fan, or it's just this is fashionably good to do.
Mhm.
I live in Miami. The Miami basketball team plays here. It's the Heat. Let me get a couple jerseys. Let me wear my big ass chain and go to these games. And now it's like, oh hey, Fat Joe, the Knicks, they're in the finals. Yeah, let me go support him. You don't care who wins, dude. You're just there.
Yeah. Well, see how game 4 goes. Hopefully, people just act better. Come on, treat people with respect. That's not that hard. It's a sporting event, you know. Cheer your team. You don't have to get violent. It's stupid. So, um, and hoping the Spurs can pull this out, bring this back to San Antonio with a 2-2 series. So,
what's everybody's thoughts on Wemby's Brenton head slap?
well, it's not a flagrant. The NBA reviewed it, said no, it's not a flagrant. We're good. So,
Seems like
but
a flagrant to me, but hey.
as much as Wemby was getting grabbed by Brunson leading up to that, it's like, oh, I mean, it's whatever. So,
Yeah, in my opinion, at the end of the day, Brunson got what he deserved, and now Knicks fans are going to be pissed off and they're going to come try and find me. But at the end of the day, he got what he deserved. You're grabbing, pulling, tugging Wemby, and you know what? With respect to Brunson and in defense of him to some degree, when you're asked to switch and you're switching to a 7'4" Wemby and you're all of 5'10", he's doing whatever he possibly can to stay with him.
yeah.
However, if you're going to keep grabbing and tugging and pulling me, I'm going to sling your little ass off. And that's what he did. And I loved what Shaq had to say about it because they asked Shaq about it. Now you got to think. Another big man, they call it Hack-a-Shaq for a reason. He got hit and beat up every time he went down there because how else do you stop this guy? So Shaq said, I loved it. Wemby, you keep doing what you're doing. If he does that again, throw his little ass off you again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it. If you're gonna play physical, I'll play physical. And I loved how Brunson got back up real quick and tried to go aggressively over to Wemby. And Wemby just kind of looked down at him like, yeah, I did that, son.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. You're not going to do anything. You're not a fighter. You're going to shoot. And you know what? You're damn good at what you do, but you're not a fighter. You're not going to do anything.
Yeah, you're not going to get kicked out of the game. That's for sure. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, because if he does anything, he swings down or whatever it is. Okay, cool. Flagrant 2, you're gone. And now you're thrown into the game. Now you can't help your team win it. And look, if Brunson's not playing, the Spurs have got this in the bag. Who else is going to be him?
I mean, they got guys that step up. They're role players. Some of them are a bit scary. I'll say that. So, but Brunson really kind of controls the pace for the Knicks. Like when he's not on the court, yeah, it's when he's on the court, it's scary. When he's not, for sure. I'd say that every technical flagrant was warranted, even the one on the Spurs. I don't know why Castle is taking a cheap shot. That was so stupid. He's lucky he wasn't ejected for that, and he needs to get his. Sometimes he needs to check his emotions just a little bit, just avoid dumb fouls. It's just there's no point to that. They don't agree with that. So,
he's got a chip on his shoulder, man.
Have a chip, but don't make a cheap shot. Like there's no point for you to run in and throw a forearm at Brunson and get a draw flagrant. There's no point. It's so stupid. So yeah.
I didn't understand that at all. I was watching that play and I saw it. I mean, it's so funny because they showed the replay in slow motion. Mm-hmm. He looked at Brunson and then got into a stance like he was going to charge at him and then ran at him. And I'm like, dude, this isn't even a basketball play. Like, at least try to do it within the confines of the game where it can kind of look like an accident. You didn't even try to make it look like an accident. You said, I'm going to run through this guy, and you did.
Yeah.
And the referee's right there. He's like, all right, dude, I got to blow the whistle for this. I can't just play through that.
Replay now, there's no, you can't hide anything. You just can't. So, yeah.
Like, come on, man.
The technical foul, was it on Hart that drew the technical, right? For kicking at
Cornet? It was Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the refs deemed that Cornet accidentally bumped into him.
Which he did.
But and he did. I agree with that. It was an accident. Hart, he wasn't trying to do anything. And then Hart came up and pushed him. And they're like, yeah, tech on you because he accidentally did that. You did that on purpose.
Well, not just that, but you look at it again. He kicked at him too. He missed, but he was trying to kick at his legs.
Down on the ground.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
And then of course the Brunson flagrant. I mean, that's the letter of the law. You can't have your foot come underneath him like that. So an unnatural motion. So, although I was interested when that Cornet thing went down, and all those guys rushed off the Knicks bench, it was like, whoa! I thought you're not supposed to leave the immediate bench area when something happens on the court. So, those guys got thrown out because there's a potential they could have been also suspended the next game. So. All the complaining about the officials, but hey, that's 3 or 4 guys that very easily could have been ejected for the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Oh, JC, I wouldn't worry about it. What's going to happen is tomorrow the NBA is going to release a statement about all those things, and then it's just going to go away. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, it's fine.
All right.
We're aware of this incident and we're reviewing it, and that's it. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be watched a little more closely. So. And we'll see what's assigned the game from the referee standpoint as well. So, all right. Well, I still got Spurs in 7. I think it's going the distance. DJ, I'm trying to remember what you said. I think you had said Spurs in 6.
I said Spurs in 7.
7. Okay. Phil, what do you got now?
I said 5. But
yeah, obviously that's not happening. So
no.
So, what are you thinking now? On this series?
Well, now it's got to be 6,
Nope. All right. I'm loving it. Loving the finals. I'm looking forward to the World Cup. We'll see how these group stages play out. Next week, we'll see if Rob's awake. Don't know if we'll record on a Tuesday because that is, in fact, game 6 of the finals if it gets that far. So, we're either recording that if the series is over or we're kind of go from there. So figure it out for that point. So, if there is a game 6, if there's a 7, we'll just kind of discuss it from there. Phil, though, for his part, is going to be out of town. So enjoy.
Yeah. I'll be sporting Spurs gear in Hawaii.
Enjoy it. I love it.
Well, just be careful if there are any Knicks fans there, they may come after you.
I'm curious to see how many Spurs fans there are. I always enjoy seeing there's Spurs fans in so many places because of the ties to the military with the Air Force, the Army. I I'm interested to see how many Spurs fans are going to be in Hawaii one year. Love to hear a report on that as well. So, how much they're watching over there. So,
yeah, I think the game's like at 2 p.m. or something like that.
Enough time to go out after the game's over, just like a lunch and Spurs game. So it's amazing.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Once again, I'm JC, your resident Titans and lifelong Spurs fan. Joining me this week we had
DJ here. Best of luck to my Spurs. Go Spurs, go. Let's get another victory.
This is Phil. Absolutely, go Spurs. Go Jags. Yeah, it's gonna be a great rest of the finals, I think.
looking forward to it all, and I'm definitely interested to see how this potential boycott comes out in the college sports world. So, thank you everybody for listening. We'll catch you next week.
Thanks everyone once again for listening to the Sports Minorities Podcast. We do appreciate it. If you want to keep the conversation going, we're on Twitter at Sports Minor Pod and also on Facebook at Sports Minorities. Our YouTube channel, Sports Minorities, search on there. We live stream every now and then, just some random stuff. And you can also reach us via email, sports.minorities@gmail.com. We do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to us, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Okay, I think everybody, and by everybody I mean college football players, I think they need to take note of this. You, as an individual, can gamble. You can submit bets for tens of thousands of dollars. Even go so far as to bet on your own team. And the most that will happen to you is missing 2 games. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's how it's not going to stand.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, if you think about the whole rest of the roster for Texas Tech, those players are getting screwed too by this. I mean, they have, well, I'm sure a few of them have professional aspirations that are now, they just don't get the exposure.
Not all.
Yeah, because if you're not
getting is pretty bad too. So.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're not getting these nationally televised games because the teams that you were going to play on national TV are like, nah, we're good. We're not doing that. Well, now how do I get exposure?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah,
you're playing you're playing teams like Rice. Nobody gives a fuck about that, except Rice, because you have to pay them.